This is Linda of Christ is King Forever. I want to quickly put a series of videos down below. I think it's still in the works. That's why they're kind of happening in parts, because I don't know how to create AI, but whoever is doing it as a series, and it's basically the book of Revelation. And it's fascinating, very beautiful. It's for people who visually need to see that one half of the book. Basically, there's a part of the book of Revelation that is explaining what's happening in heaven. And John the Revelator, who is on Patmos, is receiving the revelation of Jesus Christ while being in heaven, seeing the visions and writing it down. So we kind of see what's happening from that perspective. But there seems to be things where these angels swoop down to earth, and there's a report as to beasts rising out of the sea. And so some of this might be the spiritual world, like the domain between heaven and earth that Michael was telling Daniel, you asked 2 weeks ago, but I could only break through that second heaven just now. So there seems to be a spiritual reality we're not aware of, and the book of Revelation seems to be pointing that out. So I think it confuses people. This is just my opinion, though. The book of Revelation really confuses people, but that's why I think these visual aids are really important, because it helps people understand the awe involved and the blessing that John was given to be able to be in heaven and to write down things he didn't really understand about times he couldn't fathom, and of all things, a reality that's outside of time. So it's actually really cool. So that's why I'm sharing it. If you just go below, you'll see these kind of really cool short summaries of like the 7 different churches that Jesus Christ gave letters to and what he says in each of those letters. They literally tell you in like 5 seconds. So it kind of helps everything seem a little bit more condensed. So as you're reading it, you have more of a visual cue as to what's going on, and you can get more in-depth, detailed, oriented information. For example, if you put, just to point this out, if you put all 7 of the churches on a menorah, you can see that the churches actually meet at the center branch, and the ones that meet have similarities, like they're 2 sides of the same coin. So I've always been very fascinated by that, but that's a deep read. This is just a visual introduction to people who are kind of intimidated by the book of Revelation, so you can kind of get a better idea of what things look like. And I don't think the project is done, so I would check in with the channel to see if they continued their series. May God be with you.